stream where we're going to be doing some Q&A, like some answering of any of y'all's questions that you might have, as well as some crafting and stuff. Randy and I are both pretty whooped. We went and helped our good friends move into their new house yesterday, and we got everything. 3 people and a baby moved in one day in like 2 U-Haul trips. So it was a lot of fun. And we had pizza for lunch, and I had reheated some like frozen barbecue for dinner. Like brought it over to their house because I'd already had it like defrosted and stuff. So I felt like meal prepping win on that one. But I'm tired, y'all. And then we had to get up quite early today because we have a new addition to our fleet. We have a minivan again. It's a Dodge Grand Caravan, and we got it used at an amazing deal. She's so creepy just sitting back there. But uh it's here. So we get to see what kind of little hiccups will arise from that, because you never know with a used vehicle what's going to be perfect on it and what's going to need replaced and what's going to be disastrous. So we're getting that figured out, but we are just like, look, so if I'm a little slow today, be patient with me. Yes, I love soccer van moms. Or that didn't come out right. Soccer mom van. Give me a sec. I'm getting some coffee. Y'all wanna? We're gonna come over here and do this for a second. Hey, Nantilla. I said what I said. Oh, good grief, you guys. Oh, welcome to the intensely professional live stream of today. Some piping hot coffee. Hey, baby, is this with the new French vanilla creamer? Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today. Yeah, I didn't mean to leave like just a little, but I was already at like 34 milliliters. And so I was like, I have to leave that rest in the bottle. But
20 milliliters of the old one and 10 of the new.
It's perfect. I love it. Okay. Welcome to the carrot. I don't know. Information goes into my head and then just kind of like ferments there. But into like one soggy little pile of information. Such a tiny cup. I'd finish that in one gulp. The whole idea, actually, because the house is like, it's pretty cold today, is I drink about this much and then I go and fill it up again, but I can drink it before it gets not hot, like before it cools too much. And then the rest of the coffee is over in the pot, staying nice and hot on top of some candles. So let me get caught up. Hey, everybody. Let me get caught up on messages, like comments and stuff. If y'all do at Back to Earth Creations with like the little at sign, that should highlight your comment. Yep, just like how Pro did. And that way it helps me notice when you're talking to me and not just talking to each other, which is highly encouraged as well. So it's a Dodge Grand Caravan. We got it from like a government auction. So, like the dude that we got it from a government auction. So it's a 2015, and it only had like 13,000 miles on it, you guys. And it was like, because we were shooting for something, we wanted less than 100,000 miles. We didn't want to go into debt for more, than like, 15 to 20,000. Yet everybody's been asking for like 40,000 for vans in our area lately. It's just, so we jumped on it. We're gonna be in debt for it for like the next like 5 years probably, but we're gonna work really hard to get that worked down. And it's just, I'm really excited about having a van because now our camp-alongs are gonna be really nice. So he had some other ones, Pro, very similar Evans motors. Not this low. Mileage. He had some that were at like 60,000 miles. I'm just wondering what's wrong with it that we got such a good deal. But we'd been shopping and shopping. Randy found this one. Like, I had been shopping and shopping for like 4 months, and but we kept not finding the right fit. And then this one, we essentially just ordered it online and they brought it to us. Like, we didn't have to go into the bank, which was awesome. They just did it all like online, and I'm like, It's white. It is vendor white. It is so pretty. And there's like bird poop all over it, but that's fine. And but the inside, you guys, is like, oh, it's all like coal black. And on the dashboard, there's like this swirly. It looks like a black diamond pigment, in like titanium and carbon like swirled together. It's just plastic. Like the little decorated parts, like when I was a kid, used to be made to look like wood because there's not enough wood paneling on our station wagons. It's like that, but it's like swirly black and it's so pretty. And I'm like, this is the prettiest van I think we've ever had. Right on. Hey, Simone. Simone. I want a van. Where do you find a government auction, dude? Well, the auction that he got it from is the one down in Dallas, and that's actually where my mom had driven down from Michigan to get her car, which is like an ex-police car. And it's been doing her really well. So, but yeah, I don't know. We just Evans Motors in, what's it, Pittsburgh?
I think so.
Kansas. I highly recommend them. He was very easy to work with. And they shipped the vans to you as well. So you could buy it if you live in New York. But they specialize in like kidnapper looking vans and like cargo vans and stuff. So it's something to keep in mind. The plastic wood paneling, we have that in our Santa Fe. It's a 2012. It never truly goes away. I'm such a sucker for the wood paneling in cars. Like, I want like a steampunk minivan that's just, I don't know. Right on, Lumia. Hey, Joni. And everyone, I just wanted to say I love you. I've been watching so many of your videos for the past month and learning so much. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it's a joy of mine to get to share what we've learned with y'all. So I'm really glad that you like what we're doing. This is, oh, cool. That's perfect. Yeah, I want one of those down by the river vans. Oh, yeah. Hey, Susie. But like, imagine how much craft supplies could fit in a kidnapper van. I'm just saying, they're onto something. Yeah. And that's all the vendors have the free candy kidnapper vans because they're just cargo vans. Like but we wanted something with seats in it. And then now that we're vending just our jewelry instead of costumes as much, like we're not taking the mannequins with us, we're not taking the grid wall that were so heavy. So a minivan's good. Hey, Tammy in Washington. Hey, Tara, helping a friend move, so I'm watching you with the sound turned down. Right on. That was us yesterday, Tara, so good luck. Did you get the Stow and Go seats? Yep. Yeah, any models after, I think, what was it, a 2001, at least as far as Chryslers go? Or is it, it might have been 2003.
I think it's 2005.
A 2005. They're all Stow and Go after that. Whereas prior to that, which was my preference, we could just take the seats out completely, which helped cut down on the weight of the vehicle as well. So, but no, they're Stow and Go seating. We haven't figured out how to make them Stow and Go, but we'll get it sorted. Caravans are so nice. Congrats. Oh, thanks, April. They come at high recommendation. We know our friend Billy Tackett has been driving. I think he's still driving one, but a lot of our vendor friends who didn't quite need the Econoline series like cargo vans drive Dodge Grand Caravans or Chrysler Town and Countries, so which is what we had. So we're hopeful. We're so hopeful. I keep thinking that that's a cucumber in the background. I'm gonna move those pliers. And I was like, when did they get a cucumber emoji? And how come everybody's because anyways. Oh, I'm tired. Hey, Kelly in Detroit, Michigan. I sent an email yesterday regarding my subscription box. Did you get it? I have not checked our emails since probably, what day is it? It's Friday? Since Tuesday. I have not been into our inbox. I'm so sorry, you guys. But this weekend, we're going to try to get caught up on emails again. So I hope everything's okay. We talked family members into buying one too. I mean, if you're gonna have to buy a vehicle, it may as well be a good one. So, okay. If I missed anybody's questions or anything, if you could be so kind as to just like re-ask, let me down this. Yes. Okay. And now, what are we gonna work on today, you guys? Oh, Randy, I need to order some Euro tool lube or cut lube. Yeah, cut lube. It's not weird. Don't make it weird. It's just for cutting, like the saw blades for my jeweler's saw.
Euro tool.
Euro tool cut lube, yes. Okay, I'm gonna get this flipped around. And we are gonna be working on some stuff today. I don't know what, but we're gonna be working on it. You know, because we've got to get the kiln loaded today, is one thing that we could do. Randy and I both have paintings that we're working on. It's more paint by numbers, but doing market research. And then what else are we doing? Well, we could do some wire wrapping. I wanted to try doing a different style of frame on the back of this just to see what we could do. And then, oh, and I'd made another one. There's that bad boy. Hey, Deanna. Why Euro and not American? It's just Euro Tool is the brand, I think. Tasha says off topic. Sorry, don't apologize. To be an Amazon affiliate, they are asking for my SIN. What's an SIN? I was wondering, did you have to do the same thing? And do you find that it's safe? Is that your social security number? Is that an SIN? Social identification number? Well, Tasha's is up in Canada too, so they might use a different. Yeah, I don't know what chicken nuggets y'all use for. Okay, I'm assuming that that's similar to Americans' social security numbers. Is that what they're called? Now I'm confused. It's social security number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Whenever we became an Amazon affiliate, they did ask for all of that stuff, and it was for tax purposes. So if you have a sales identification number, use that. If not, you just use your social security number equivalent. And it's so that on government paperwork, whenever they report how much that you made or how much they paid you, and then whenever you report how much you made, it helps all the paperwork line up. So, yeah, I mean, it was one of the risks that I kind of feel like I just had to take to make that bread. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to hand out that information all willy-nilly, you know, do your due diligence. But I mean, I figured, you know, I made a bunch of scrap wire this week. Oof. Doop. Oh, okay. Social insurance number in Canada. Okay. It's a Canadian version. Right on. I got you. But yeah, like that just kind of seemed like I think anybody that I've done any sort of affiliating with, or you know, like Patreon and anything like that, they all want that. They want all your numbers. Missy says being military, my SSN is everywhere. Gotcha. Hey Amanda, just to say hi and goodbye. Well, it's always good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Do we save all these little pieces and make jump rings out of them? Sure. So I'm going to start by just warming up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
What up, baby?
Found the exact model of the one I have out in the car.
Yeah, for the little gluey Yanni dashboard thing?
Yep.
Nice.
$17 now.
Oh, I don't know if that's more or less than what we paid before. Bless you.
I believe when we bought it all those years ago, it was like 50.
Oh, wow. So I'm experimenting with a new camera position too. I don't know how you feel about the tripod being directly in front of my face. Just coming through, makes just a couple of jump rings. Oh, I wouldn't put that much stock in me, Tashers. I've literally just been bumping into stuff and faking it till I make it. But it's good to be cautious. And also, good luck to you in your Amazon affiliating. And I'm just using beep boop my onyx work surface here to not onyx. Yeah, this is green onyx. This is marble, isn't it? It's the cutting board my sister gave me for my 18th birthday. I'm using that to just, I'm coming through. Okay. Coming around, but then once I get to that little end, I just set it on and I roll it. There we go. And all of these little guys we're going to be cutting up in our next, in March's video, for the booty boxes. Which, Randy, I just realized I didn't send out an email yesterday for the booty box. Like, we just hit the ground running, and I don't think I ever did that.
Oh.
So, oops, yep. I'm pretty well doing the same thing. Got to talk to the CRA today, the tax people. They're scary. Don't let them scare you. Technically, they work for you. So, don't let people bully you into feeling afraid of them. Like, know your rights, know your legalities whenever it comes to accounting. And honest to goodness, just be thorough and be honest, and you don't have a single thing to worry about. And also, oh my gosh, anytime you have to deal with like a tax representative, just use your best HR like interactions, like, you know, be your best customer service voice, because those folks get yelled at all day by grumpy, scared people who are overworked and underpaid. So just being friendly, and patient, gosh, will buy you so much patience with them. Hey, Water, I'm giving general, don't be scared of your accountant or IRS agent advice. Because last year when we got audited, that was the good advice that my friend Tracy gave me, that she was like, just be very polite and very patient, and they'll take care of you. It throws them off every time. So, and it's like, and the representative that we had, because we file a TurboTax. This is not sponsored, and this is also not legal or accounting advice. But we paid for the max defense or whatever, where if you get audited, TurboTax like has a representative for you that just deals with all of it. Best $60 I've ever spent, and it's a business expense to pay for that. So, oof, goodness. Nicole says it's crazy cold here at negative 28 Fahrenheit. I hope you're staying warm. Comparatively, yes, we are very warm. Compared, I mean, I'm still cold, but not as cold as I could be. Where are you at that it's that cold? Oops. Maine, hoo-wee. Do what, love? 222. Woo! Right on. Book says Jackson Hewitt does that too. That's who we go through. But yeah, it gives me the peace of mind that, I don't have to rush out and like, make sure that the local accountant is available. So it's really nice to just, pay for peace of mind, I guess. Ah, hey Katrina, how'd it go at the dentist? Yeah, this tripod in front of my face. I don't know if I'm about to get used to it or if it's about to make me lose my mind. It could go either way. Who knows? Stay tuned to find out. So, what have y'all been thinking of these long format tutorials to go with our booty boxes? Hey, Hawk. I haven't. A Discovery of Witches. That sounds cool. Right on. April says, I love the long tutorials. Patty says, I love your long format booty box tutorials. Keep on. Right on. Love the measure marks on your desk. Yeah, I had to rewrite in the Sharpie wears off over time, but actually use like the edge of a file to put a little notch in there. And it's so handy, y'all. It's a 3-season program and really interesting. Okay. Mystic Alley says, I like the long tutorials. Oh, sweet. I'm so glad. We haven't done premieres this week because we've just, like, helping our friends move and then still trying to get things settled with, purchasing the new van. And we're trying to get, let's roll that on the table. Trying to get everything lined up proper for transferring the car into Maddie's name so that she can be a driver, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm so proud of her. She's doing so good. She's such a good egg. Kind of hoard tutorials. Good news. Digital hoarding takes up like very little space. Ooh, Hawk says I've not been able to afford the booty boxes yet, but I like the long tutorials. Right on. And that's while we are promoting the the booty boxes and craft along kits in the long tutorials, you don't have to, like, if you already have the stuff on hand for it, just use that. Like, but I'm so excited to finally to be able to offer videos that are designed to accommodate around what we're offering for that month. Helps so much to see the process in real time. Also, your troubleshooting process is priceless. Right on. To be able to watch and learn from. Excellent. Because I had edited out, but I think I'm going to leave it in next time. Or in the intro, I was like, buckle in, everybody. This ain't no 5 minutes crafts. And I was like, that's true, but let's try to pretend like we're professional for 2 minutes. Sparky says, when's the next Potomac bead box coming? Very interested to see what you get this time. They have requested that I not post it until after the 10th. So, our next week's video is a glass cabochon, like how I make the glass cabochons for February, as well as I'm going to be doing a button modification to where it takes like a cabochon and then we put polymer clay on it and turn it into a witch. Let's do that in today's video. I need to make some prototypes of that. And I'm right here at my work spot anyhow, so that'll be perfect. This camera, though, is making me a little insane just because there's right here. This is usually off the other side. And, like, so it's, like, directly in my face. This is me. So I'm going to get the tripod moved over real quick. 2 minutes is just too long to remain professional. Just saying. I think you're correct on that one. Like, faux show. But I can try. I can try to pretend that I'm a professional. Okay, so getting the other tripod set up. Which is good. This gives me, this one I can relocate to somewhere else and probably use the clamp for something else as well. So I'm going to go ahead. There is no ice cream man today yet. The day is young. There we go. You're so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put things. Just put a few things away. Beep boop. Boop doo doo doo. Beep boop. Doo doo doo. Yeah, I don't know if I showed y'all, but our way of having the pliers organized here lately. I'd gotten this bamboo organizer on Amazon, and I do my bent nose types, flat nose, round nose. Typically, I was putting both of my nylon jaw into the same one, which I guess I'll stick to that. And then crimp pliers and then wire snips. And then I actually have two other ones for, I guess, whatever we decide to do. And I'm really, really liking that way of kind of organizing them. Hey, Star. Oh, you're not too late. We're just getting settled in. I got some little, not springs, but just little like coils made of scrap wire to cut into jump rings. Upcoming. Now, where am I even going to put these though? Harumph. I'll put them in here. Oh, actually, that's what I need to work on first. Is Noah had sent us this bracelet that one of the wires broke on. So I need to get that fixed and sent off to him because he has been very, very patient. Like, way more patient than a person. Like, he's been patient beyond what is reasonable. Oh, and there's the dog for it. Yeah, I was kind of like doing some brainstorming about like, because we get questions a lot that it's like, how do I do this? How do I have a successful YouTube channel or a successful jewelry company or successfully sell my art? And I was like, what are the things that, you can, at the beginning of our career, we were creative and we were efficient-ish in the production of a thing, but I was not very good at wire wrapping. So it's like just trying to balance your own unique creativity and style with the efficiency of actually doing the thing, which is a really hard part for a lot of folks because creativity isn't just a tap that you turn on and off. When you're like a hot water out of the kitchen sink, you just turn it on, turn it off. No, it's sometimes, you have to be disciplined and, almost kind of force it whenever it's not there. Or I like to just write the ideas down when I am being creative. That way, when I'm just being efficient, I've got stuff that it's like, okay, let's just pop out. Like, this is something that I feel like is a design that is for when I am not feeling creative. When I'm feeling creative, boom, I start doing stuff like that. When the creativity well has dried up, I just start producing things that increase my technical skill while being efficient. So I don't know. It's not perfect. It needs some fine tuning, but just always writing down ideas and trying to flesh them out into something helpful. Okay. Hey, Penny. I'm doing really well today. And my Venn diagram. Says Kelly. Jennifer says, I've made usable buttons from polymer clay. I marbled some interesting colors and persuaded it into interesting shapes. Oh, cogs, hearts, cubes, etc. Oh, I bet that's cool. Oh no, Book, I hope you get to feeling better. Ooh, have you done a wire-wrapped guitar-shaped pendant? I have not, but I've seen some really beautiful ones, like on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff. Hey, Dionica. We're trying to. You can probably hear the heater roaring in the background. Okay. So I do really like the color blend that we did on this with the brass. But I am going to need to just completely rewrap all of these, I think. So we will start with disassemble. Yeah, if that one broke, I don't think the aluminum's going to hold up very well over that, and they've been so patient. Then I don't think I have this aluminum wire anymore also, so rewrapping it all will make it all match. Rewrapping it all will make it all match.
That's true.
Like, babe, this is how old this one is. The core wire is the wire that we got from Walmart when we first moved here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it needs rewrapped. So, because Walmart used to have these little spools of like very inexpensive, like I don't even know, like, but man, we bought those up and we used the heck out of it because it tarnished down to a dark gray, but it didn't turn folks' skin green, and it also didn't yellow, which was really nice. But we have since found Parawire, and
It's just what I prefer. No disassemble. Hey Amy, how's it going? Reassemble. Now, I don't know if we had talked to you about this, but if you guys have any questions on topic or not, now is the time and the place to get your questions answered live. So, any way that I can be helpful to you. Hey Lydia, how's it going? Hey Leslie. Oh goodness, Kim says, I'm glad to hear you say that because lately I've been having a crafter's block. It's depressing. It's like I'm not happy with anything I've turned out lately. That's a real slog to get through, Kim, but if it's helpful to hear this at all, that's completely normal. It's completely natural and it will pass. Usually my favorite way of pulling myself up out of the trudge through a creative block and just kind of creative is where like kind of nothing that I like makes me happy creatively is to try something new. Sometimes that's often something that is very much not work. So it might be singing or guitar or um, stacking rocks in my backyard or arguing with a chicken, like just typical Tuesday stuff. but but yeah, just trying something different, maybe learning a new sub skill or craft within a craft that you already do. So if it's like wire wrapping, maybe trying a different style of wire wrapping, or working with something that you don't typically work with. Hey Christina, how's it going? Yeah, the length of the bracelet, that's a good point. This one was around 8 inches, but I've saved all the same jump rings and I'm going to do the same number of wraps on each side. So it should count correct. But that's a good tip. Do you do anything to strengthen those jump rings you make from scrap? I've tried that and they are pretty weak. Well, I'm making them out of 16 gauge American wire gauge wire, and that's definitely what I would recommend. Now these guys, I don't even think that those are copper core, so none of this wire is going to be going into my um, salvage bin because it's aluminum and mystery metal, so I don't want to mix it with my copper. And then for the core of these wires, I am going to use my 18 gauge titanium. Hey Esther, I've been trying many things to create jewelry craft. I learned a lot from you, but I still can't find my skills because I work with macrame wire. But I am too bad to know the measures. Oh no, Esther. CSL Designs is a really great wire wrapper that I would recommend, who uses like millimeter and stuff, the same as Oksana. Kelly Jones Jewelry is pretty good about that. And don't be afraid to give stuff a Google. Sometimes it can be really intimidating learning something new because there's so much that you don't know that you don't know, or at least that's the case for me. So sometimes the best thing that I can recommend is to just start doing Google searches and reading, lots of classroom work before you dive into um, actually getting your hands dirty. Okay, so I'm snipping off about 3 inches, 2.5 to 3 inches of the 18 gauge wire, and that's what I'm threading through the center of these beads. Ooh, Amy says, I won a bunch of wood beads in a local auction. They said it was 3 boxes, turned out to be 14 boxes. So if anyone needs wood beads in different colors, oh my gosh, what a win though. That might be something really great that if you're looking to just donate the extra or anything like that, you could donate to like a local church or school or something that does like crafts with kids or anything like that. But also putting them up on your website and selling them is good business. Right on, Esther. But yeah, and the more you like taking notes and stuff, just kind of treat it. Oh, how many was I supposed to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I did one too many. That's okay. um, I don't know, Tashers. Just because I like to check in about it, no pressure, but shipping to Canada maybe? Certainly not with our craft-along kits, or booty boxes because those are about $30 to ship. But we are considering, um, moving forward in like we're still considering, we're keeping a very open ear to the ground, but we still don't have a solid answer on whether or not we're opening up to shipping outside of the US again. So I'm sorry that we don't have a clearer answer, but it's every time we think about it, shipping rates hike, or a test package doesn't arrive again. Yeah, shipping's mega crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. So here I'm using 18 gauge American wire gauge for the core wire, and then we're going to be doing our wrapping in 20 gauge. Hey Penny Van, how's it going? Kelly says, what size did you use when you very first started selling? Is that the one you would recommend still, or has experience driven you a different way? Oh, site? Oops. Uh-oh, where'd that go? Gosh, well, for the longest time we used Yahoo to build our website. And that worked really well. And then we tried having an Etsy for a while, and that was okay. But at the time we were doing a lot of in-person shows, and I really didn't like that Etsy charged 20 cents every time I wanted to list something. And it's like we were torn between this indecision of, if we don't post it to Etsy, our Etsy store is never going to do well because nothing's ever posted to it. But if we post everything to our Etsy store and then go do, a vending event and sell that item, then at the vending event, where we may or may not have access to internet because, Wi-Fi wasn't really around commonly whenever we first started vending, it's like, we're going to have to hustle and get onto Etsy and remove that item down. And so it's difficult because some folks maintain their website inventory and then their booth inventory, which is what we do now. But that's not always a viable option. Sometimes, we were dumping every penny we had into making, let's say 50 pieces of jewelry. And so it's like, do we post it on Etsy so that, we could have some sales off of there? Or do we take it into our booth and then sell it from there? So it's kind of tricky business trying to figure out. And we ended up, at the time, just focusing on in our booth because we didn't have to pay any additional fees. We had already paid the booth fee. We had already paid the gas and hotel to get there and stay. So we're like, let's make the most money off of this vending opportunity. And then we'd post stuff to our Etsy for like over the holidays, or if somebody, emailed us and was like, hey, I saw this in your booth, and, we'd post it and list it specifically for them. But we currently use Weebly, which is now owned by Square, and I really enjoy it. It's pretty much idiot proof if I can use it. And it just lets you like drag and drop. Like if you want to add an image, there's a little image doodad that you like click and you drag it and you drop it where you want the image to be. So Alicia, we are using 18 gauge for the core, and then I'm going to be doing the wrapping in the 20 gauge, and we're following along with our, we do have a tutorial for this. If the screen's all grainy, it's just a herringbone wrap. It's one of our wire wrapping master classes. So with the 20 gauge, I'm going to use the tip of our pliers on the tip of the wire, and I'm actually going to pull out my petite round-nosed. Cindy says, I love the long tutorials. It reminds me of your old days before you became so famous. Aw. Don't know if I'd call it famous, just overworked. By no one's fault but my own, too. But we had decided, we're tired of bending the knee to the algorithm, and it's in this pursuit of, when we're doing well, we want to, keep doing well, so we better, step in line and, have it be a short video, or, have it be, this many clickbait hashtags, or, and it's just like, whatever. I'm so tired of that. I just want to craft. Like, go away. So there's no shortcuts. There's no secret answer. I'm just gonna go do the thing. And so the joy is definitely back in what we do. Which I think when folks say they miss how it used to be, I hope that that's what they mean. Because can't go back. We can only move forward. Right on, Christina. I hope you're having a good day off. Gotcha, Iris. It's a Squarespace, Wix, Weebly. A lot of these folks have very, very user-friendly website designers, but also if you're just starting out, like Facebook Marketplace, using an Etsy just to kind of get a feel for it, might be good options. Esther says, do you have helpers to sell your creations? We do. Actually, Christina Honeycutt is actually one of our good friends and helpers. She helped us at Dragon Con. But for a lot of the time, Randy and I don't have helpers, though. So it's usually just the two of us. But I like them, and we work pretty well together. Now you can use the same size wire for the core, but I find I get a whole lot more distortion. Use a thinner wire to do the weaving. We could have done this in 22 gauge. Well, here we are. We'll keep going in the 20, but I think this would be really nice in the 22 gauge. Right on, Jennifer. Right on, Christina. Okay, I'm gonna set that back over. Using my petite nose, round nose pliers to make a nice tiny little loop that we can just slide right over onto our 18 gauge core wire. Then bending that around. Missy Cook says, what about costs to post? Does it vary? Well, everybody's gonna, if you're making money, everyone along the line is going to be taking their cut of it, whether it's, Etsy taking posting fees, or PayPal doing processing fees, or, Square doing processing fees, or taxes that you're having to pay on the income that you make, all that stuff. So, but don't let that, while that is important information, do not let that stop you. Obstacles show you the way along your path. They're not there to derail you. So again, there's a lot of information about all that stuff. Do your due diligence and your research. I really love how that's coming out. But oh, and Kelly had done a really good I think it was Kelly had done a really thorough breakdown of which website hosts and like designers were the best about like fees and stuff, but I can't remember what she concluded, and I also don't know if that's still applicable, or if folks have changed their terms of service or anything like that. But I really liked using Weebly or Square because they don't charge us for posting items up onto our website. So we could have one thing, or we could have 1,000 things, and it still costs us the same. But they do take, fees off of the sales, but that's, so does if I swipe the card using Square in my booth. So I hope hope that answered your question, actually. Alicia, I am using 18 gauge, and just in case you're... These are the gauges that I'm using. This is the core wire. This is the weaving wire. So 18 gauge and 20 gauge, and those are American wire gauge. Oh, right on. Yeah, that's the nice thing about tools and beads and stuff is they never go bad. All right on, Missy. Well, I wish you luck with them. And also, y'all, like, I can't encourage you enough that if you try something out that I've recommended and you're not liking it or it's not working for you or you kind of hate it, that's okay. The tool is meant to suit the person using it. So if Weebly's not working out for you, try something else. So just because Etsy wasn't a good fit for Randy and I does not mean that it's not a good fit for you. Hey Randy, did you just sign us up for something on... You're not paying bills right now, are you? I just got a super suspicious text message from the Carthage Water and Electric Plant. Yeah, we'll check into it later. That's really good advice. Katrina says factoring what fees are involved in selling is an important part of your pricing. I know lots of people don't like math, but if you can set up a spreadsheet with formulas, it can really help keep you from selling yourself short. Yeah. And that's where for keystoning it, like on pieces that, let's say it's a charm from AliExpress that I have done nothing to, attached to some earrings that I just bought, like it's assembled jewelry, which I'm not talking down about at all. It has a time and a place in our booth, and it's a lot of it. A lot of our booth is assembled jewelry where I just bought cute charms and strung them up on earrings. So what I mean is something that takes the least amount of skill to make in our booth. Not saying it doesn't take any, but it's just the least. If it costs us, let's say $5 in materials, I will not price that piece for less than 15. And that's assuming I can get, 2 made a minute or something, with like literally just using a jump ring to assemble pieces together. And I find that that gives me a little bit of buffer that I can at least buy the materials again. So use the $5 to rebuy the materials, and then another $5 to offset any posting fees or selling fees if it's like a booth fee or something, and then the other 5 goes to me and Randy. So that's where we start adding on for our profit margin or accounting for the amount of time that goes into a piece. But I will not charge less than 3 times what I spent to make it. And that's the advice that I would give to other folks too. And I know that it's challenging and frustrating. It is so challenging and frustrating to be like zero freaking dollars in your bank account, bills to pay, wolves at the door, and to have other artists tell you, or even customers tell you, well, you should be charging more for this, because it's like, you're going to tell me that, but I'm sitting here with it priced at $5 and it's still not selling. But trust me, don't undersell yourself. Whenever, if somebody's coming through and they're like, they can't spare $5 on a pair of earrings, they don't need to be sparing $10 either. So it's, go to craft shows and stuff, market online. You will find your client base of people who are looking for, what it is that you're offering. If you make it, they will buy. You just have to be patient and persistent. Both with yourself and with the customers and with the process. But I'm going to use a story that our friend William Stout had told us. Well, I say that very casually. It's like we've gone out to dinner with him a few times. I consider him a friend. Like, I would be excited to see him. I don't know if he could pick me out of a lineup. So I just want to point that out. But we were out to dinner with him, and he was telling us about how he used to do a lot of movie posters, and he'd make a couple of thousand off of doing the artwork for these movie posters. And then other artists up and coming are coming in on the scene, and they're out undercutting each other. And it gets to the point that, somebody's not even getting paid 200 for something that he used to make thousands off of. And it completely undercut the industry enough to the point that, like, the quality went down, which, I mean, I suppose that's subjective with movie posters. But it's the quality went down, people's expectations. Like, now he couldn't go anywhere and, be like, yeah, I'll do that for 3,000. They'd be like, Mick, what? This chump over here will do it for 200. And he's like, well, now none of us can make a living at it. So it does hurt the industry in the long term for folks to do that and undercut each other, and but it is what it is. Right, Christina? He's a super cool dude. Yeah, Kelly says, can you talk through the herringbone wrap? So what I'm doing here, whenever I add the wire, is I make sure to always put the wire onto the face of what we're doing. So here on the back, and I hope that this is coming through clearly, we do have a masterclass tutorial on this, but I wouldn't have the wire come and sit like this, because you can really see from the side. Now, I mean, you could if you wanted stylistically, but typically we'd come around and we'd set this wire real close shoulder to shoulder to that one there. But I'm going to say something that I wish I could go back and say to my younger self, whenever I was selling, like, torchwork glass pendants on macrame necklaces for $5, is if people wanted cheap jewelry, they would have gone to, like, what's it called? Icing, that, like, or Claire's, or like the dollar store, or like somewhere with cheap jewelry, but they're at a craft show. So it's not a bad idea to have, some low dollar items and stuff, like charms on an ear hook, type inventory, but you know, don't be making something like this and selling it for $15 just because, the same person who sees that and falls in love with it would certainly be at least willing to pay 30. So try doubling your prices on some of your art pieces. Something that, if you think it's got a piece of you in it, charge accordingly, because there's only so much of our time that we can, produce sellable artwork as creators. And what I mean by sellable is like something that, like, I made this. If I sell it, if I want to sell another one, I have to make another one. There we go. So I'm going to talk this one through again. Nice. Katrina says, I had a lady say my stuff is expensive to a friend in my booth. My first instinct was to be mad, but then I went, yeah, I am expensive, but my stuff is worth it. Yep. Katrina says, I was watching a webinar about the best ways to optimize a website, jewelry specific, and the website designer was talking about one of the best for online sales is Shopify, because they were designed ground up for e-commerce. Lots of web hosts like Wix, etc. were designed for blogs, and e-commerce was added later. Right on. Our friends with World of Strange, their website is very well put together, and it's just seamless to use in my experience, and they use Shopify. I am a bit too smooth-brained to figure it out, but I do think Shopify is a really good one. Yes, Donica says, can we see that piece again? And I'm going to make one more. Now, also for this wrapping wire, use as soft of a wire as you can, so it's nice and supple and bends. Esther says, is this your main business? Yes. Randy and I quit our day jobs back in 2008. The store I had worked at had closed down, and he had just gotten a 5-cent cost of living raise working at Walmart, and we still couldn't make ends meet. So we were like, well, if we're going to be underpaid and overworked, it may as well be for ourselves. We don't have kids. We don't have responsibilities to anyone other than ourselves. If we wind up homeless, we're the only ones being homeless. So let's try it. And we did. And it was pretty rough for a while. But we found our way with a lot of hard work and even more luck. But you got to work hard for when luck finds you so that you're ready to, be opportunistic. Okay. So I'd made that first loop and wrapped around, saying if the loop's exiting on one side of the wire, you want it to re-enter on the same side. So how that came around like that, they're both off to the same side of that core wire. Right on, Sparkies. Have a great day. Speaking of websites, do you guys use the real-time shipping option on yours? I have no idea. It has like a button that was like the website figures out shipping for us. So I think so. Maybe. I don't know. If anyone was under any illusions that I know what I'm doing or anything like that, no. I do not. Excuse me. Nice, Christina. Oh, Shell asks, what is the green name and blue star after some names for? Those are channel members. They are folks who, welcome to the channel, Shell. Those are folks that get access to our behind the scenes content that we post here to YouTube, as well as y'all will get the link to our after party that we have today from 5 to 7 with a question mark p.m. Because last week I just cooked dinner with you guys. Oh, which I did take a picture, but I never posted it, of the taco goo. It was delicious. So just wrapping around the side there, just stacking them by each other. The best, not a cult. It's not a cult, just a club. But it's a great way of helping to support the channel, and we appreciate y'all. It's bought. I bought it on Amazon, Jennifer. Yeah, taco goo. It's all the stuff that would normally be in a taco, but you just like smash it into a pan together and put even more cheese on it and then heat it up till it's bubbly and then eat it. Usually by reinserting it back into a taco, which sounds disgusting when I put it that way. Oh no, I cut the wire for that one too short. Do what?
Coward.
Coward. What?
Would be too afraid to eat it.
Do you offer dental? Well, I mean, not above the table or anything, but like... Excuse me. Oh. So this is a travesty. I've snipped the wire too short, and I don't know if I can get it smushed around. Yeah, smushed around, that'll be fine. Taco hot dish. We eat a lot of hot dishes in the Midwest. Is that what the Midwest calls casseroles? Ooh. Katrina says, something to remember about sales is that statistically most people won't buy until they've seen a brand 7 times. That's part of why building a social media following and an email list are so important. That's true. If you want people to buy your stuff, you've got to get it out there in front of them. And that's my favorite reason as to why I do like doing in-person events, is because you don't have to be good at online marketing. The event that you signed up for has to be good at online marketing. But if they get people in the door, then all you have to focus on is the tangible stuff. So like, beep boop, come on words. Like your booth setup, making sure you've got things well displayed where it looks inviting, like functional first and foremost. Because a lot of folks have, like, especially nowadays when humans like just don't talk to each other in general, I guess, Having your, having some signage in your booth, having, things being well displayed and easy to interact with. Because if it's super awkward and challenging to try to take a necklace off of a display or something, a lot of people will just get like, well, I'm just gonna go over here and hide under the table now. So I try to make it as least awkward as possible for customers to I want to make it as pleasant of a parting experience whenever they give me money. Like I want them to feel really, really good about having bought something. Ooh, Penny's making chili later. Tater tot hot dish. Yeah, casserole's right on. My dad was, I guess we did not have an oven for a long time as kids. So dad had made what would have been a tuna casserole. He made tuna noodle goo, which was tuna casserole made in a pot on a camp stove. So it wasn't like all casserole-y and nice. But yeah, so right? We're making hibachi on our Blackstone for now. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. What's a Blackstone? Right, Penny? Brandy, I'm not seeing you talk at all.
Talking a little bit.
There you are. Yeah, we've got some canned chili that I was gonna crack open. Which wire doesn't change color? I really like the titanium tone. Well, it's kind of rubbed off a bit now, but Parawire is really great. Their silver-plated silver can yellow under like prolonged sun exposure, but I haven't had that happen with the titanium toned. An outdoor griddle. Okay. I actually cooked burgers on the grill outside today in the 30-degree weather, and it was wonderful. They were really good burgers, and I didn't have to clean the stove. So I think I'm going to be grilling a whole lot more. Like it's in my heart. Because I miss cooking outside. Like that's one of my favorite things about going camping is just cooking outside. Mm-hmm. Ooh, zucchini and chili. I'd eat that. Well, I add zucchini to our pasta sauce whenever I make it. Like, I actually add dehydrated zucchini to our pasta sauce to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Groundhog said 6 more weeks.
I did it.
Stinky groundhog.
Last I asked, my dad said it was raining, and so he couldn't tell if the groundhog saw anything or not.
I always get it mixed up, so I don't know what it means one way or the other if he sees the shadow, doesn't see the shadow. But it is at least as accurate as,
The current weather?
Yeah, meteorologists. Right on, Penny. Hey, Linda, in Australia. Morning here, just about to get up. All this talk of food is making me hungry. Well, good morning to you. Ooh, chocolate? Like just cocoa powder or like an actual like Snickers bar? Katrina says I live in Iowa. It's always 6 more weeks regardless of the groundhog predictions. I follow one of the Ren fairs down in Florida, their Instagram, and they had posted a it was like the alligator ate the groundhog, 12 more months of Florida. Like it's good, but I personally like to use dark chocolate shavings and let it melt into the chili. Well, I'm gonna have to try that out. So I'm just doing sharp 90-degree bends. Oh goodness, well that sounds delicious, Esther. I hope it didn't get scorched. Ooh, a balmy 50 degrees. Oops, that's downright tropical. Hershey's syrup. Hershey's brand chili. Watch out, Hormel. They coming for you. That's exactly what I'm making these for, is for bracelet links. And I really love using my mandrel pliers for making the loops. I just use the smallest tip, and it gives me very consistent results.
Goodness, you got the AC on?
Shoo-wee, Sabaya. Well, she is a good bit south of us.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Hey, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my seedlings started.
No.
I do. Don't cry. Don't cry.
No.
I know. Don't cry, beautiful man. Oof. It's 40. Nice. It's like -10. Ah. Well, it is winter. That's okay. I suppose if it has to happen, now's the time. Hey, Jesse, how's it going? Oof. Ooh, chicken or pork mole, chili, and chocolate.
For survival. -35. Why?
Hey, water dragon. Well, thank you. I cannot even. I'm so happy with the rearrange. Like, we had been needing it for a while. Okay, so now before I assemble all these guys, I'm going to come through and just curve the sides down. So the difference between a straight link and a curved link. And now we get to assemble the pieces together. And I bet I can double up on these aluminum rings and make it look a little bit more substantial. So just making sure that all the links are facing the same way. And then I'm going to go grab a little bead tray. Little pinch. Liz says, all you people are too cold. I'm good in St. Pete, Florida, in shorts and flip-flops. Well, don't get bit by an alligator.
So we're going to Liz's.
Yeah, we're going to Liz's. We're swinging by Penny's to pick Penny and Chili up, and then going to Liz's. Oh, that's a good stretch. Man, my arm is wrecked, babe. Oh my gosh. Oh, she woke up. I was gonna grab the camera. I'm still gonna grab the camera. Field trip time, you guys. What did doggy do? What did doggy do? Who's a pretty girl? No, with her little poochy chin. Look at your little chin. You're such a good dog, Millie. Yeah, you are. You're such a good girl, yeah. You did your poochy face. She's like, what are you doing? Why must you torment me? With her cheek hanging. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. This is because you bark at 4 in the morning. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, will I bark at 4 in the morning? Because you play in my jowls. She is a super duper cutie patootie. Like, Oh, she's a mutt. We don't know if she's pity or boxer or what, but she's a good girl. And she's perfect just as she is. So whatever she is perfect. Oh, you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. You got them eye boogers, though, by Apple. The new eye booger 14. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. Where's your bub? Where's Z-Dog? Let's go torment him. Yeah. Well, she farts in her ears. It's fine. She's like, stop it. Oh, yeah. You've got your fancy pillow. You got your big blankie. There we go. There's good stuff in it. It's a good blankie. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to do it one-handed. There we go. Oh, who's your little snookums? Yes. Hey, Trish, how's it going? Esther asks, that's a really good question. Is there a chart for the cost of the materials and the time to create items? Well, that's something that's going to look different for each person because some of the materials that I use, are from, as early as, 2010. Hey, the boy, the dog. Such a good lad. Yes, so handsome. He's so tired. Because he too gets woken up by Millie at 4 in the morning when she goes on barking sprees. You're a good boy. I don't remember why I got up. I think, oh yeah. Yep, to get a pinch. Millie, what are you doing? Oh, you look so cute. I gotta give you kisses. Mwah. I love you. Yeah. Okay, where's my chainmail rings? This'll do. She's just ridiculous. But it's okay. I love her anyways. There we go. Getting the phone re-hooked up and plugged in. I'm going to get a fresh cup of coffee. Excuse me.
It's nice and neat in there.
Oh.
That's what Christina said.
Oh, well, she's seen it in person. She knows how messy this stuff gets. Okay, so these are 18 gauge. No. Maybe? I don't know. Yes, they're 18 gauge standard wire gauge, which is 16 gauge American wire gauge, I think. And I need 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just having all kinds of brain farts today, you guys. But yeah, 18 gauge 1/8 inch from Chainmail Joe is the size ring that I'm using. Hey Benjamin, how's it going? Oh, Penny, there's nothing quite like a little dog just burping directly into your face. Lee asks, do you guys take PayPal on your Back to Earth Creations website? No. We do, for our subscription service exclusively. We do not use PayPal for like our cabochons or any of our single purchase items because it does not mesh with our inventory system. Like it'll still make the sale, but it won't register that if it's a one of a kind piece and we have it, as one listed, it won't keep track of that. It'll get us into a whole pickle.
Found that out the hard way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lydia had asked, I've been wanting to know, where you get the green marble you were working on. This was actually a cutting board, I think, from what is it, the World Market?
I think so.
It was down in Texas. My sister got this for me for an 18th birthday present right before I ran away to Tennessee. But it's very nice. I love it. Oh, we're doing really well, Benjamin. Trying to keep warm, but just enjoying ourselves. Oh, Penny, what a sweetie. Okay, so I'm just coming through and opening these up. Where do you get your beads? These ones I think I had gotten from either Michael's or Fire Mountain Gems. I do not remember specifically, but I really...
Those were Michael's beads.
You think so? I think you're right. But I really like them because they're a millefleur glass that was then faceted, like machine faceted into beads. So it has that really cool like layering and stuff. I just love it. Ah, oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Water Dragon. I love the little rolling avocado. Oh my goodness. The little... That's so cute. I think this bead shape is called a bicone too. So if these are like a 10 or 12 millimeter bicone is what I would search to find more beads in this design. In fact, I'm thinking about, Randy and I haven't started in on inventory production for this year. I'm thinking this might be the first design that we tackle. Do you want to help me make some herringbone?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Well, I was thinking if I do the wire wrapping, you could piece them together. Every little bit, Water. Every little bit. Right, bicones. Okay. And Lydia says, grabbing some coffee. Sounds good. I love it. Cutting board. Cool. Are you going to be doing any leather working again? I am. Our friend, I'm pretty sure it was Misty. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because like sometimes I will for years thank the wrong person for sending us something. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Ah, welcome to the channel, Kelly. Holy smokes. I'm pretty sure it was our friend Misty sent us this wonderful saddle chair for working at like my metalsmithing desk. I actually love it best for working over at my lamp work, just because it keeps me in a really like engaged position. And TMI, but I will sit on the saddle chair and watch like videos of people doing like jumping obstacles and stuff on horses while I'm crafting, and I'll be like, because one day I want to ride horses again so bad, but I'll sit there just like put a like pretend like I'm putting on a little VR headset and be like, yes, I ride the horse. But I need to make a cover for it, so because the fabric has started to split because I sit on it a lot. And there we are with our bracelet. Got a repair made. So I'm gonna go set this on my other work surface, and then we're gonna need to pick out some beads. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Hey, Michelle. Oh, one of my good friends from high school goes to the Sherwood Forest Ren Fest and highly recommends it. It's not, well, at least pre-COVID, it was not nearly so big as Scarborough or Tenren. Not Tenren. Well, Scarborough, and then what's the one in October? The Texas Renaissance? It's either fair or festival or something, but it's not as big as those two. Yes, Jennifer says, make a leather saddle for your saddle seat. That's kind of what we're doing. Right on, Kelly. just started the craft along box in December. Well, I think that's honestly the best time to have done it because we started in now. We're doing the companion videos for the craft along kits. Ooh, Brooke says, have you ever considered using those millefleur dots and flowers in your glass cabochons? Yes. I think that would be awesome. We've tried a bit with some like moon ones and it had various levels of success, but I will be right back. Oh, my knees.
Plastic knees.
Huh?
I got plastic knees.
Plastic knees. Well, hey Randy, should I do necklaces or bracelets?
Well, that depends what kind of necklace.
Huh?
What kind of necklace?
I don't know, but I've got these,
The three herringbones and the piece wrap.
maybe. I've got these beads that I had set aside for, I think, making wire elf ears. And instead of using, like, I want to use up all these weird little containers first. So I was thinking about making a necklace out of.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got 2 of the 10 millimeter. Yeah, these were for wire elf ears.
Why do you have those in your head?
I don't know. That's
That's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
it is. You are correct.
And we haven't watched that in a while.
I don't know. I don't have a good excuse for myself. So I'm gonna make 2 necklaces and a pair of earrings. Boop. What do you think, babe?
Sure.
And yes, this does make a really great, the herringbone wrap looks amazing as a ring. Okay, and I am just tossing these wires out because the core wire is a mystery metal. And so I don't want to mix it in with my aluminum or copper scraps.
Are we out of heart gemstones?
Currently, yes. I'm going to be trying to get more made, but oh goodness, started drinking Coca-Cola with hazelnut creamer. I bet that's yummy. Scarborough was the Ren Fair that I went to when I lived in Texas during high school. Lee says, if I ordered one of the craft along kits today, would it be the February ones you guys showed yesterday? Yes. Groundhog wanted to have some sleep. Somebody go wake him up. It's cold. I want to start my garden. Ooh, right on, pro. Now for these ones, for the 2 earrings and for the focal points, I'm gonna want for a ball pin. So let me go grab that. Problem. Hopefully by March, like,
March would be nice.
yeah. Ooh, Pros has got to wake up for another tournament tonight. Right on. Well, good luck to you, Pro. Excuse me. Right on, Lee. Well, that'd be awesome. Okay, so these are some inexpensive plated alloy beads that I got on Amazon that I actually really like. Ah! Oh Michelle, good luck to you. That'll be awesome. I bet you'll do really well. Okay, so these head pins are, for one, too short, and for two, too flimsy. Like, I need a thicker head pin down the middle. So I'm going to put those back into their thing, and I'm going to go rummage out a different head pin tray. Ah, all right on. Amy says, I just got my booty box, and I love the pretty colors. I cannot wait to play with them. You know, for a second there, I thought I was going to do polymer play today, but here we are. Well, son of a duck, where on earth did my crack go?
Yeah.
Wendy, I can't find any of my cracks. Bah humbug and harumph and a bunch of other mild curses. What's up, babe?
This one. You want this one?
Let's do the 2-pack. That's better. Alright, I've got to go to the restroom real quick.
Go ahead and order this.
Okay.
Water Dragon, that is a great question. And I will have to think about that. Like, if you had already been charged for the $20 booty box, then yeah, you'll probably get it, as well as the higher one. But as long as you've canceled it, it shouldn't reoccur next month. Hello, Pro. Mischief managed. Do you work with sterling silver in your creations? Not typically. Yeah, we just typically don't. We've been really looking into branching out in that direction. We just haven't made that investment yet.
What's that?
Silver.
Oh, that's so expensive. I want to real bad. But it is so expensive.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm sorry, babe. Oh, you're actually using the roller ball on yourself. Okay, so what I was trying to find that I know we have somewhere, but since the great rearrange, I've got these somewhere in silver. Can't find them. But I thought that would look like a really cute, like, little decorative tip for a herringbone. I'm gonna try it at least. But, you know, we've got 2 of these. I could do one in brass. Let me see if I can't find something in silver. Stephanie, that's what I've been calling it in my head. Just because, I mean, it was a milestone for this year.
The great rearrange.
The great rearrange. Nope, can't find them. This is gonna make me bananas. Absolutely bonker bananas. I have some head pins somewhere in this house that are this, but silver.
Oh, good luck.
Yep, that's what I was. Thank you. I'll take all the luck I can get. Okay. Well, the good news is, it's not all of our jewelry has to look exactly the same in the booth. What's up? My craft along box just came last week for January. I subscribed late. Can we change it to the beginning of the month, or do we need to cancel and resubscribe? Kelly, that would be the sort of thing that would need for you to cancel and then resubscribe, because it's. Oh, have you? Okay. Well, but sometimes I like Vaughn-splaining.
Go ahead.
Oh, I already did. They had a Viking Fest about a month ago, but it's new to Texas, only 2 years now. I found out that the Kerrville one. Right on. Oh, hey, little Billy. So Randy just set Millie up a little spot by us. Boop. There's that little Millie dog. You just pick up a dog again? Yeah. What's that, babe? Ooh. That toasted tortilla flavor. Right on. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that back in. I don't even know Stephanie. Oh, she does it full time though, nonstop. Just cuteness, 24/7.
I think she has some decency. Wow.
No. I can only imagine she's pretty tired of me shoving a camera in her face all the ding dong day. Okay. So I am going to make the earrings to match the silver necklace, just because I only had one of those brass fancy head pins. And so I've pulled off these small, and this is why I prefer ball pins, is because it's hard to not have that little lip from the head pin show. What's up, babe?
Millie is awesome and has a great smile.
She really does. She really does. Okay. Now these are like, I think 22 gauge. I'm either 20 or 22 gauge head pins, which is not particularly thick. If I had some pure silver wire, because sterling and copper pit quite a bit whenever I torch them. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what, but having a thicker wire to make the core out of would be really nice. So I am going to be using the 20 gauge here on our... Are these even the same size? Because one of these seems significantly bigger than the other. Yeah, one is bigger than the other. So I'm going to use the 10 millimeter and the 8 millimeter. I don't know, man. Donna says, this is a weird question, so be prepared. Where did you get all of your desks and work surfaces? Oh, that's a that's a deep dive question. Let me take you on a tour. So, this desk, don't judge me, Millie. This desk was actually gifted to me by one of my friends' dads in high school, because Randy and I had moved into our first apartment together and we had no furniture. And he was working as a driver for a company that like picks up large hallway order, lots of couches, lots of furniture and stuff. But I think he did it for like Keller and Trophy Club, like these real like ritzy areas that these people were throwing away furniture nicer than anything I'd have been able to afford in my entire lifetime. Like, and this was a vintage desk. It still had all of the buttons with the receipts from like the 1920s, whenever the buttons had been originally purchased, like in the drawers and stuff. And you can actually see underneath here, this is a sewing machine desk. I don't remember if it had a sewing machine in it or not, but it had my sewing machine in it. It did? It didn't work though? Okay. But yeah, so I absolutely love this desk. And here in my top drawer, I've got that stuff. And then I use it for organizing our like half round and extra wire. And then down here, I store more extra spools in my big spools of wire. This one that I still need to organize the top of is a desk from Amazon that Randy, it's a like a jeweler's desk from on Amazon that Randy had gotten me, I think back in 2015. Or 2016 or 2018. I don't know. Randy got it for me one year for one of our anniversaries. It might have been our 15-year anniversary, and that's why I'm thinking 2015, but the year's wrong. Do you remember, babe?
It wasn't our 15, but I have no idea what year it was.
But it's Randy got it for me as like a gift and a surprise, and Pro says 2018, and I trust him. Thank you, Pro. But it's underutilized. I felt like I haven't organized the top of it yet. And then that was a desk that was here in the house when we moved in. That's a table that I stole from my mom. And that's a 4-foot table from Walmart. Well, it is. Hey, baby, I love you so much. Yeah. You want to come sit on your chair? Ugh, okay. And then this table was actually my bonus dad's Fred's drafting table that I took the front edge off of and just turned it into, well, yeah, into a little wire wrapping desk. So that's, and then we get these at like Lowe's every year. We usually get another one. We didn't this year, but we actually didn't have any room for any more of them. But so yeah, ow, that's all of our work surfaces. I hope that answered your questions. Okay. Yes, that is Fahrenheit. Ooh, might have been 2019. Sounds good. Sounds right. Yeah, that great big table, that's the one that we now use for the shipping station. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do, and again, I'm just wrapping with the 20 gauge. And I'm gonna make a little loop for on the tip. Now, we've got about 20 more minutes of today's stream before we take an hour break. And then we will resume streaming at 5 p.m. Central Time. So, I don't know, Google it to find out what time that is for you, I guess. But that will be to our Happy Crafter Club. So our Patreon supporters, our YouTube channel members, our Booty Box subscribers, all y'all, that's our Happy Crafter Club. And I actually started to draw out, I think it was on the tablet though. Hey Sparky, we're still still organized, or still streaming, still organizing too. Donna said I'd watched the Epic Rearrange and wondered about all the desks and stuff at that time. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff secondhand. I think that really nice jewelry desk that Randy got me is the only piece of furniture, desk wise, that we've actually purchased. Everything else was like, you know, hand-me-downs or gifted.
Oh great, -1 Fahrenheit, but the wind chill says it feels like -17. I have to go out in this in like half an hour.
Gross.
/cry.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Got that wrapped around. I'm going to go ahead and snip. Now I'm only doing 3 wraps on this one because I want to keep it kind of stubby. Because I like the little stubby herringbone wraps. And then I'm going to hold with my pliers onto our head pin and just pull down. So that's going to be our little dangle drop. And now I'm going to do that twice more, but with the 22 gauge wire. Because this should be even more supple and accommodating of our thin core wire. But I really like thrifted stuff. I really like antique store shopping. Just they don't quite make wooden furniture the way they used to. At least certainly not without charging an arm and a leg for it. Or you can go to like a small town antique store or flea market and find, somebody's clunky old desk that just needs sanded and revarnished for, 20 to 40 bucks. And now that we have a van, I can go thrifting again. Ah! ProPool says build it yourself so I can pay $400 to still like have it be rickety. I am not good enough at building stuff to be building my own furniture yet. Oh, y'all, this 22 gauge is nice. I don't know why, but 22 gauge was a wire gauge that I didn't really keep in stock for a very long time. But towards the end of last year, I bought a big spool of each of them, and I was like, I'm gonna start using this. And I'm glad because it is nice and it's gonna give us some nice little details. Hey, art girl. Well, we're gonna be popping back on again at 5 o'clock Central Time. But yeah, I had started to draw a little like brain tree of our subscription services and different things that we offer across different platforms, because I use a lot of different terms for sometimes the exact same things, and it can get confusing for other people, and it's very confusing for me as well. So I don't blame other folks for being confused, not at all. But we call it our Happy Crafter Club. I'm actually going to draw on a diagram next to my Venn diagram. Oh god, everything gets messy so fast. Where's the pen? Pen, there you are. Okay, so we have our Happy Crafter Club. Oh god damn it. Happy Crafter Club. That's it. There we go. And that is the umbrella term for. In fact, I'm gonna draw a little umbrella. Huh?
You want a nice pen?
No, I'll just use this crappy one that I grabbed. Maybe where's your nice? Yes. I want to use the blue pen. Randy has a very pretty pen that was sent to us. Yeah, Millie. Girl, you don't even have any thumbs. What would you do?
What would you do? Your thumbs.
She's like, why you gotta be like that? Okay, so we have our Happy Crafter Club, in which case we have our YouTube membership. We have our Patreon. We have our booty boxes, which is our $10. And we have our craft along kits, which are the $20 to $50. And those are on our website. Back to Earth Creation. So I spelled it wrong. No, I didn't. .com. And then we have our website sales. Now, on our website sales, you can get our booty box and craft along kits on our website, but it's not a subscription. So it's if you do want to also get the behind the scenes and digital content and stuff, I would recommend joining to the $1 or $5 membership levels. But all three of these guys get our behind the scenes. They get 20% off coupons to anything in our store other than auction items or custom work, neither of which we have listed up on the website. And first dibs on shop updates. And yo, awesome. Whereas with we only ship stuff out to through our website subscription service. So we've actually had some folks releasing our booty box tour videos modify their Patreon to where they're paying $20 to try to get the $20 kit, but Patreon doesn't always show us your shipping information, so we do not ship through Patreon. So I hope that this little like diagram helps. I wrote it out because I'm having a moment of lucidity. Here's your pen back, honey. And I need to figure out a cleaner way of describing this to folks without being so confusing. So, oh, thank you. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of planning. Ooh, but I love that 22 gauge. And also, this is how I like to keep my wire. Just sitting, boop, 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 there in the drawer. It keeps me from knocking it off of the desk and it doesn't get too tangled up. So I'm just going to come in here. Dumb question. No such thing, Peace Wolf. Do you include shipping materials, packaging, bubble wrap, etc. with the product's material cost or including with the shipping cost? With the product cost. Because we kind of, it doesn't translate to the same. We just take the bigger of the two numbers. And so let's say we're selling something for, $80. Whether that's listed on our website or whether it's for sale in our booth, part of that profit margin would be going towards the expense of being set up in a booth in person. So typical vending expenses, hotel, booth fee, travel, or it gets posted to the website, and in which case that little bit of profit margin would go towards the boxes, the tissue paper, the business cards, the stickers, all the different things that we put into there. So we just kind of figured it out. If we do a vending event, and this took years of accruing information, so there's not a quick shortcut formula that's going to be accurate for you and your business. You're going to have to kind of just figure it out because for what it is that you're doing. Because when I was vending based out of Tennessee, we had very different costs than when we were vending based out of Missouri, just because our travel time doubled for everything. So little factors like that, but you can factor in if it costs you on average this much for a booth fee, on average this much for hotels, this much for gas. And if you sell on average, let's say 100 pieces of jewelry, I'm just making up a number in the dark. Then you can figure that out by taking, let's say it costs $1,000 to go do an event. That's hotel, travel, booth, food, everything. And so if you sell 100 pieces of jewelry, then, $10 or I don't know how much. I'm very bad at math.
What are you saying?
If it costs us $1,000 to do an event, and we know we're going to sell around 100 pieces of jewelry, then how much needs to be factored in for that kind of to offset that expense? So 1,000 divided by 100, that's 10, right? So that $10 per piece of jewelry goes towards offsetting our travel expenses?
Yeah.
That's ridiculously expensive, I feel. Because we sell $5 earrings.
Yep.
I don't have $10 out of $5, like negative. This is why we do online sales. Oh no. Gary says, are we still waiting for Vaughn to return? My screen is still blacked out. No, I'm here. Hey, what you know? What? What's going on with the salamander? What? Oh. Land between the lakes. Is a frog sticker a rain frog? It is. Maddie drew that. She did so good. The number don't lie, says pro. Yeah. And that's if you sell 100 pieces. But that's the math that you would do to figure out, so it's okay. After the initial panic of, dear God, how am I ever going to make any money at this? It's like, well, maybe we do local shows that we don't have hotel or travel expenses, that aren't charging. Some of these conventions got to where it was like consistently they were charging $300 to $500 for a 10 by 10 booth.
When we started, it was $80.
Yeah, when we started at that same show, it was $80 for the same amount of space. So we tweak things. We don't stop at that's impossible. That's too expensive. There's no way I'll ever make ends meet. It's, well, no. If you decide you're right, then you're right. So if you've decided that that's an impassable obstacle, then you're correct. It is impassable because you've decided. You've shut your brain off, and you're no longer in problem solving mode. You're in given up. And I've been there. But if you've got it in your heart, you owe it yourself to try to not give up. So we'd look at it and be like, okay, so I can't afford to do that event. Certainly not if we're only selling 100 items. So vary your price point. Try different vending venues that maybe it's $50 or $100 for the booth fee, and it's a local show. So suddenly, it's only $1 per item goes towards offsetting, your booth fee expenses. Ooh, Artgirl says, are you planning an auction soon? I haven't planned one. Honestly.
It'll be later in the year.
Randy says it'll be later in the year if we do one. Mm-hmm. That sounds good. It probably at least after Anime St. Louis. Now, we do still have some jewelry up for sale on our website. And we may do a craft-along-a-thon before Anime St. Louis. But we're trying real hard to not just throw ourselves directly back into full production to what we were doing last year, because we were burning ourselves out, burning the candle at both ends. We're looking for a nice, low and slow, sustainable burn. Lydia says we were all waiting for wedding footage. You and everybody else.
Yeah.
So. Nicole says you make 100 dragon eye necklaces. Yeah, well, Randy and I actually learned last year that we don't.
I wouldn't recommend it.
That he wouldn't recommend it. We've learned for us, we don't ever really need to make more than 30 of a design at any given time. Randy made 300 dragon eyes last year in preparation for DragonCon, and I think we sold less than 20. I don't remember.
17 or something.
It's something, 17 or something. Tammy says, Vaughn, you should be a motivational speaker. That's what we're doing here, Tammy. We're just, I don't know. I'll just keep chattering into the void, and hopefully it helps somebody out. But it's, I don't know. Motivation comes from...
Millie, wake up.
What? Oh, don't you be mean to that. I have to show them. Look at how she's sitting on like the back of her book. Why are you so sad, baby?
She's like, I was sleeping.
You're such a good girl. Yeah, you gotta wake up, baby. Millie, wake up. Wake up, Millie. Millie, wake up.
Millie, wake up.
Millie, wake up. She's like, y'all are causing me psychological trauma. Stop it. Yeah.
Put that tooth away.
I love that dog so much. She has gotten so big. That is Millie's chair. She comes, well, sometimes Z sits in it, but they like to sit next to us. And I like them sitting next to us. Poor sleep-deprived puppy. Looks sad, so I get more pets. I really do think that's that's her plan. Is like, looks sad, they pet me more. Okay. So we've made some little wrapped loops. I'm going to come in here. So these are how I like to do the herringbone as a drop. Oh, really? A humongous sad face. Yeah. No, she always kind of makes that face, but she just like kind of pits her ears like that. And then she's always so pouty. She's got this like, an owl could land and perch on it. She pouts so prominently. Oh, the groundhog here is buried under 2 feet of snow, says Bmar. Oh my gosh. Now it's sunny but cold today, but I'll take it. There's a time for everything, even winter. Oh, Penny, right? Oh, I was thinking about doing like a children's book or something, just for like, I don't know, George and Hannah have little crew now, but I was like, what if we did like an illustrated children's book about the witch on Oak Street? That's just this like little turnip-shaped woman in a witch's hat who, she steals the neighbor's children, but only when they're not looking, but only because they weren't looking for too long. And it's like little like poems and stuff about just, I don't know, fairies and fantasy and different things. But it was a fun idea, but that's all I've got for it. So I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Oh, I get mad all over again, Penny. I'd go crap in the neighbor's driveway. But I would never do that. She just like half yawns, doesn't she? Like she's like so non-committal.
Unstick her genitals.
Do you think that's what's going on?
I do.
You do, baby. You're such a good girl. Okay, so now we're going to do the links, and in which case I am going to use some of the 18 gauge. Can I get away with cutting this in half? No. I don't think I can. Dude, unless you want me pooping in your driveway, Stephanie. And we've just got to leave little gems like that in here for people who actually watch through the 2-hour live stream. Yeah. Oh, you're going to do great. Peaceful, if you really are.
Nice to see you. Good.
Okay. So, for the last couple... There we go. For the last couple minutes of the live stream before we take our break, do you guys have any questions or anything before we go? Tracy says, obviously I missed something. Hey, Tracy. Just a typical Friday. Just, I will poop in your yard. Sabrina's like, ha, I don't have a driveway. You got a porch. Sparky says, me too, Tracy. No, I was getting ornery about the neighbors that I stole Millie from because they were going to let her die. So, dang it, so close. So have you ever thought about doing a double herringbone bead? Do you mean where it has 2 beads or it has 2 wires going around it? Because that would look pretty cool. Now that you got that van, I see a Tulsa road trip in your future. I sure hope so. With 2 beads. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool with the 2 beads. I mean, the one that we did for the bracelet had 3 beads. It had the main focal and then an accent bead on either end. So, I'm going to let you guys go. If you are in one of, if you are in one of our Happy Crafter Club off branches, whether it's Patreon, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's through our website, backtoearthcreations.com, we will be posting links here to the YouTube community page, to Patreon, to our members only stream, blog on the Back to Earth Creations website, and also keep an eye out on your email. So those would be the avenues where you can find the link to come
participate in our after party, where it's quite frankly more of the same, but I'm also probably going to be cooking dinner and just getting wild. So we'll see you guys there for the after party. Did you get her to play patty cake with you at all?
No.
Can I try to get her to play patty cake with me? Y'all want to see my dog try to maybe do patty cake with me? Hey, Millie, you want to come here? Oh, that tail's wagging. That tail's wagging. What are you doing, girl?
She's like, no.
Please. Just a little one? Just a little patty cake? Just a little? Billy. Oh, Billy, please.
What's wrong with you?
Millie. Oh, your vengeance is cold and cruel. Please, no. I love you. I love you so much. She's a little stinky goober, isn't she?
Your eyes, really.
Maybe this one? Oh, yeah, you're such a good girl. This one? No, that's all I get. Oh, oh, I love you so much. Oh, you're such a good girl. I love you even when you leave me hanging, huh? And then, well, when we're sitting on the floor, this one time, I go like this, and she with the other foot, and it was the coolest thing in the world, because all I've ever wanted is a dog to play patty cake with me, and I didn't even know that I needed that in my life. So, we will see you guys in the after party. I gotta go let this dog out. We love y'all. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye. Yep. Come on, Millie, let's go poop in the neighborhood.